Hey guys, so I know I said that I would show you how I make this Jell-O Poke Cake. I tried to record the first part of me making the white cake, but it didn't save it for some reason correctly. But anyways, so what I did here is I just followed the instructions. So this is my Dollar Tree Easter cheap Jell-O Poke Cake I'm making. I did get these plates too because I have tons of extra plates, so we have them for snacks and things. These are some cookies I picked up from Walmart because I got a bunch of snacks for Easter. My son got me these cute purple hyacinths. They smell really good. My whole house smells like them right now for Easter. My sister gave me these cute little gnomes. They're Dollar Tree gnomes, I think, as an Easter gift this year. But anyways, back to the cake. So I use this Dollar Tree white cake mix. I made it according to the package directions. You know, you need the water, the oil, and 4 egg whites. I beated it all up and baked it at 350 for about a half hour. Now, I pulled it out of the oven, so it's still warm. It isn't cooled off yet. I just let it cool for maybe about 5, maybe 10 minutes or so, just to get kind of cooled off. And then what I'm going to do is take a fork and poke it all over the place. So you basically just poke all along the cake. And, just go all across like this. And that's why you want to let it, sit for about 10 minutes. Because, when your cake's hot, you get a little lifting like that. Like that too. But that's okay if you get a little lifting because you frost these cakes. So there's 2 ways you can frost this cake. So one of the ways, like I also make this cake every year as my tradition at 4th of July. I make this cake and I either use blue or red colored Jell-O and make the cake, and then I frost it with Cool Whip, and then I put the strawberries and the blueberries on top to be like a flag. So I always do this for the 4th of July. My kids love Jell-O Poke Cake, but I'm doing it for Easter this year as well. So see if you get lifting, it's okay. Just kind of push it back in because the cake's still sort of hot, so it's okay. You want it to be still hot because, you're gonna put the hot Jell-O. I mean, I probably could have let it cool off a little bit longer, but I'm cooking a bunch of the Easter food ahead of time today, some of it anyways, like the desserts and stuff like that. So I'm like trying to hurry, but why is it so sticky over here? But again, it doesn't matter. So what I'm doing this year, instead of the the Cool Whip for this one, is I'm going to frost it with this, like I said in my other video. So this is like a Dollar Tree cake. So I'm going to frost it with the strawberry Pillsbury frosting once it cools off all the way. But the reason you need to kind of do it this way is because you put it in the fridge hot. You want it to be hot because you're kind of doing like a Jell-O thing with this here. So you know how Jell-O has to be hot and cold. So you don't have to go back across that way. I mean, you just go across one way with the fork. So now I'm using this from the Dollar Tree like I showed in my other video. It's the Strawberry Starburst. You don't follow the package directions of how it says add 1.5 cup boiling water, stir until dissolved 2 minutes, then stir in the cold water, refrigerate until firm. You don't do all that. So what you do is you just pour it into something. I'm going to pour it into this. I'm using all of it. You could use even a small container of Jell-O. You don't have to use a giant one. A lot of times people will make this cake and just use one smaller box of Jell-O, but I do a lot. I mean, I just like to use a big one because it gives it more color and it gives it more flavor. And then you don't need it to be boiling water. So my water at my house gets super hot. So out of the faucet, which is bad, you know, but I don't have little kids right now, so it doesn't really matter. You know, if I end up with grandkids in the future and they visit, of course, I'm going to turn it down so it can't get that hot. But I like to disinfect the heck out of things. And I take super hot showers. I know you're not supposed to. But again, this is all from Dollar Tree. And then what I'm going to do, once the water, oh, it's steaming over there. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to get a whisk. And I'm basically I fill it up until, you know, a little over 2 cups. I just fill it up as high as I can. And then I just whisk it in. And this is just hot water, fresh out of the sink, super hot water. If your water doesn't get this hot out of the sink like mine, of course you'd probably want to stick it in the microwave or boil it on the stove a little bit or something to get it a little hotter. But you basically just whisk all the Jell-O till it's dissolved. It's a little hard for me to tell if it's all the way dissolved with my whisk, so I'm just going to kind of feel around with a fork. Okay, yeah. It's pretty dissolved. I'm just wearing my dorky Easter jewelry just because I'm trying to make this more Easter festive. So then you just take your hot Jell-O. I know this seems weird. This is called a Jell-O Poke Cake. And you just pour it all over the top of your cake. Whoop, I'm bumping my thing because I got it close. Let me not pour it on my flour. And it doesn't matter. I mean, all you're basically doing is just pouring it all over your cake. Now, you guys might make this different than me. If you make a Jell-O Poke Cake, you might think, wow, that's a lot. But what you do is you let it set up in the fridge. So it's gonna set up. So there we go. So now the water's all inside the cake. Sometimes I kind of move it around, but see, there's no extra water. So you're probably thinking, wow, that was a lot of water but no, it's all inside the cake. So there's not, you know, water pooling up or anything. So now I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I'm going to probably put a lid on it gently. I mean, it doesn't have to sit on tight, but I'm going to put it in the fridge. So I'm just going to put this in the fridge until it cools off. Now on some pot holders, because as you can see, my lid's steaming up a little. I didn't snap it on, but I'm just going to set it in there. So I'm going to put it on pot holders so it doesn't burn the shelving. Plus I have glass shelving in the fridge. So now I'm just gonna let that sit in the fridge until it gets, you know, totally cold. And then these are still warm. Once it cools off totally, so it's a totally cold cake, all the Jell-O will have set up inside the cake. And if you haven't had a Jell-O Poke Cake before, it doesn't taste like Jell-O. You know, it doesn't have Jell-O consistency. It just makes the cake really moist, and you know, it has like really good flavor. Sometimes, you know, you'll see like marbling in it where the pink is. This Jell-O didn't turn out super pink, but you'll see marbling where the pink, you know, or depending on what color you use, you know, with the white cake. And then again, once it cools off, I'm going to take it out of the fridge and I'm going to frost it with these, which are from the Dollar Tree. And then just for fun, for decorating it, my kids don't eat Peeps, like I said, but I'm going to put these little Peeps on top, like little blue bunnies, just for decoration. I might eat a Peep, I don't know. I've done it before, like I said, with fall cakes and things, because they sell cute little pumpkin Peeps and different ones, ghost ones and things at Halloween. So I'll make like cakes and put those on it for fall cakes, just for decorations. So that's what gave me the idea to just do it that way. And then that's going to be one of our desserts. And again, we have these cookies from Walmart, but that was our Dollar Tree Jell-O Poke Cake. And then we have like Easter candy chocolates and, you know, Reese's, Kit Kats, all these different kinds of Easter chocolates and different things like that, and cookies of all different sorts. So we're going to have a lot of different desserts, but this was just one quick one that I was going to make. So probably I won't show me frosting the cake and putting these on. And like I said, I tried to show me mixing the cake, but it just didn't let me save that part of the video. But again, you guys know how to make a white cake mix. I mean, woo, pretty boring. Put it in, put the water, put the egg whites, use an electric mixer and throw it in the oven. So it wasn't that exciting. I just wanted to show you guys, I got this. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree yesterday. So I got it for spring because I like to get the Dawn Power Washes in the new scents for each season. So for Christmas, I had the Pine Tree one. And then for fall, I always get like their pumpkin spice one. And then I got this crisp lilac for spring, because you know lilacs always bloom in my area right at Mother's Day. And then I do have lilac bushes in my yard. And then for summer, they already have their summer scent out too, which is tropical. Like it looks like it has pineapples and different citrus fruits. So I'm going to get that one for summer. But I think I mentioned in another video, our hose that goes out of the ground, the floor for our dishwasher, it's leaking a little bit. So we're not running our dishwasher right now until we get it fixed. So we always have Dawn Power Wash anyways, and dish soap. So let me show you the cute Dawn. So I picked this up since we're going to be hand washing some dishes. This is their new scent as well, Strawberry Fields. So it's brand new. I haven't used it yet, but I'm about to wash dishes by hand in a minute. I'm going to put on gloves and try out this new Strawberry Fields scent. So until we get our dishwasher fixed. But yeah, I just wanted to show really quick that that's what you do for the Jell-O Poke Cake. And then now I'm on to making possibly the deviled eggs tonight. I'm not sure, but I might. And then some other parts of the Easter meal, because we're having some people over. Of course, my son and his girlfriend, and maybe my stepdad, maybe my brother. I'm not sure who will stop by. I just always invite people and give them the chance. If they want to come, they can. So I'm making like, you know, multiple things, like probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 sides and 2 meat items and different stuff. I'm not doing the traditional Easter meal that a lot of people do, but yeah. And the deviled eggs and everything too, and all the sweet snacks and then savory snacks of chips and different stuff. So if we play board games, we can have all of those. But again, once my cake cools off all the way, I will frost it and put these on top and then take a photo and then probably just use the photo as my thumbnail, you know, to this video. So I know it's a really short, sweet video, but I just wanted to show that really quick. And again, I wanted to show the cake from beginning to end, but that did not work out so well. But I am going to show you guys one more thing. I'll show you 2 really cool things that I did inherit from my biological dad, because I know I told you guys, sadly, he did pass away recently. And I wanted to just share 2 neat things I got. So I'll be right back with that, guys. So this is the first thing I inherited from my dad. This was his pot. And it's a giant, well, not giant, but a pretty big trailing jade plant. I'm not sure why his jade is going this way instead of like, you know, up like a tree. But, you know, it goes back there. It's pretty big. But he had it in front of a window. You know, maybe it was trying to stretch over to light. It's so heavy, really heavy, so I don't know. But I just got it home, so we'll see. I'll give it a little tender loving, but I want to leave it exactly how he had it. So I'm just going to leave it like this. My dad was a fisherman, and on his shelf in his house, he had a really cool little frog fisherman sitter thing, which I let my sister take it, but I think I saw on Shein there's this cute little plant decor where you can set a frog here because it's kind of open right here, and set a little frog statue where he's dangling his feet with a little fishing rod. And I don't know, I thought maybe I'd put that or something like that, an ode to my dad in there. So that was one really neat thing, you know, that I'm going to keep in loving memory of him, and it better stay alive. But, you know, I have a lot of plants, as I mentioned before in other videos, so hopefully it does stay alive and thrives, because this is a really sunny area I have it in. And then I'll show you one other neat thing, just one moment. So I turned on the light in here to show this. My hubby's in the living room playing his 2K while I'm cooking, to give me company while I'm pre-cooking a lot of the Easter food. But I'm not going to keep this clock here, but isn't this a really cool vintage clock? It's very heavy. And the mouse does go back and forth. I haven't dusted it off yet, but I inherited this really weird but whimsical and cool clock. I mean, I have to dust it off. Like I said, I'm gonna probably put it in my basement and hang it on the wall. He had it hanging on the wall where he could see it every day when he sat in his chair. So that's why I wanted it, because it's something that he looked at all the time. See, now the mouse is kind of going. I think if I didn't have it angled, the mouse would go. But it's so whimsical. The mouse has on a little shirt. And my son looked it up for me, and it is kind of vintage. It was hard to tell the date. I'm going to do more research. It's either from the 70s or maybe the 90s, he said. We're going to re-look it up. But I'm guessing more 70s or before. But this opens here. I'm not going to open it, but down here it opens. And then there's like a compartment inside where you can hang keys. But I'm going to probably hang it in my basement family room, because I do have this color of darker wood down there with an entertainment system and our family desk that the whole family shares together. So the darker wood colors I have down there. Upstairs I have more like blacks and whites and grays with tan, so it wouldn't, you know, it doesn't match as good. But I've always wanted a grandfather clock, but this one is not one, but it reminds me of it. But yeah, I think it's really cool. So that's another thing that I did inherit from him, which is special to me, along with some other things, but I thought I'd just show these on the end of the video. I'm gonna just turn it back off for 1 second. But okay, guys, I hope you have a really good Easter. Again, I just wanted to share that quick little video, if I even upload or post this at all. I know the video is kind of going 2 different ways because my phone kept being turned around, so it might be a little tricky to follow the video as well. But I just wanted to share, you know, for those of you who don't know how to make a Jell-O poke cake, and again, you could do way less water than me. You could do only a small container of the Jell-O or a small box. So I do probably do mine kind of weird. But it turns out how I do it, because I do it like that all the time with a large box and over 2 cups of hot water. So, I will share in the thumbnail a picture of my weird tacky Easter Dollar Tree cake. And until my next video that I upload, because I'm going to be playing catch up, like I said, I have a bunch more videos that I'm going to be uploading that are old videos, like Shein hauls and cooking and things. But I hope everyone has a good Easter until then, and until next time, love and care to you guys. Bye-bye.